Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about the lesson number Medieval Period and Rise of Christianity, class 7 exercise I am going to discuss. First main is fill in the blanks. In the middle of the first century, the Dash conquered Palestine, the homeland of the Jews. The answer is Romans. Jesus was believed to the son of Dash. He was born to Dash. He was believed to the Son of God and he was born to Mary. The Dash years Jesus traveled throughout the Galilee, Dash and Dash the sick. For the 3 years, Jesus traveled throughout the Galilee, preaching and teaching and healing the sick. Fourth one, Jesus taught that there was one God who was dash and dash, compassionate, loving, and forgiving. Fifth one, towards the end of the 4th century, Christianity became the dash religion of the Roman Empire. That is, answer is official religion of Roman Empire. Match the following. Here I have given two columns A and B. In this, Jesus, Mark, Peter, Paul, Constantine spread Christianity outside Palestine. First Christian Roman emperor, founder of Christianity, one of the authors of the Gospels, spread Christianity in the Palestine. Answers I have given in the next page. Yes. Here, the first one answer is Jesus, founder of Christianity, Mark, one of the authors of the Gospels, Peter, spread Christianity in Palestine, Paul, the spread Christianity outside Palestine, Constantine, the first Christian Roman emperor. The C main is choose the correct answer. Jesus grew up in Bethlehem or Jerusalem or Nazareth where he studied Jewish scriptures. So the answer is Jesus grew up in Nazareth where he studied Jewish scriptures. Second one, Jesus taught that God loved and forgave hated, ignored sinners. The answer is Jesus taught that God loved and forgave sinners. The third one, Jesus was sentenced to death by Maxentius, Pontius Pilate, and Constantine. Jesus was sentenced to the death by Pontius Pilate. The fourth one, the teachings of Jewish sorry fourth one, the teachings of Jesus were spread most actively in Palestine by John, Mark, Peter. There are three options they given. The correct answer is the teachings of Jesus were spread most actively in Palestine by Peter. The fifth, the correct answer question is for almost 300 years after the death of Jesus, Christians were treated well, are given, are special rights, are oppressed and persecuted in Roman Empire. The answer is for almost 300 years after the death of Jesus, Christians were oppressed and persecuted in the Roman Empire state. D main, whether the following are true or false. Jesus had the power to heal the sick. Is it true or false? It is correct. That is true. Next question is Jesus thought that we should harm only those who harm us. False. Correct answer is we should help the needy and do good even to those who harm us. Third question, Jesus' interpretation of Jewish law was the same as that of other Jewish religious leaders. False. The correct statement is Jesus' interpretation of Jewish law clashed with the ideas of the Jewish religious leaders. Fourth one, in the 2nd century, Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire. True. The Pope became the spiritual head of Christians all over the world. Even that statement also true. Next we'll go to the question answers. One word answers. So here the first question, explain the Latin origin of the term medieval. The answer is medieval comes from a Latin word which means time in the middle. The medieval period is the period between the ancient and the modern periods. Question number 2, who conquered Palestine in the middle of the first century? Answer is in the middle of the first century BCE, that is before Christian era, the Romans conquered Palestine, the homeland of the Jews. Question number 3, where was Jesus born? The answer is Jesus was born around 6 or 4 BCE in a small village of Bethlehem in Judea. He was believed to be the Son of God, was born to Mary. Question number 4, who was King David? Answer is King David was Israel's most famous king who had liberated Israel from foreign rule 1000 years ago. Question number 5, how many disciples did Jesus have? Jesus gathered around him a band of 12 disciples. Question number 6, mention two fundamental principles of Christianity. The answer is the two fundamental principles of Christianity are, first one, unconditional love for God. Second one, true love for one's neighbor. Question number 7, why were the Jewish religious leaders angry with Jesus? The answer is due to Jesus' intelligence, wisdom, compassion, and simplicity, large crowds were attracted towards him. This greatly enraged the Jewish religious leaders who felt threatened by his growing popularity. Question number 7, where are the life and teachings of Jesus Christ recorded? Answer is the life and the teachings of Jesus Christ were recorded in the Gospels by four of his disciples, John, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Question number 9, who is described as the foundation rock of Christianity? The answer is Peter is described as the foundation rock of Christianity. Question number 10, who prepared the grounds for transforming Christianity into a world religion? Answer is Paul, a convert to Christianity, became one of the most powerful and enthusiastic exponents of Christianity. He traveled extensively throughout the Roman Empire, preparing the grounds that would transform Christianity into the world religion in the future. Question number 11. What is the importance of the St. Peter's Church in Rome? Answer is St. Peter's Church in Rome is the religious headquarters of the Christian world. Question number 12. Who became the spiritual head of the Christians? Answer is the Bishop of St. Peter's Church, the Pope, became the spiritual head of Christians all over the world and was acknowledged as the representative of the Christ on the earth. F main, answer the following questions briefly. Question number 1. Give an account of the early life on Jesus in Nazareth. What happened after his baptism? Answer is Jesus grew up in Nazareth in northern Palestine where he studied the Jewish scriptures. He realized that traditions and practices which violated the law of Moses were being followed by certain Jewish religious groups, such as the Pharisees. After baptism, a divine revelation convinced Jesus that the time had come for him to fulfill his mission of free man from the bondage of evil and guiding them on the path that would lead to the victory of good over evil. The question number 2. The teachings of Jesus were simple yet revolutionary. Explain. The second question answer is the teachings of Jesus were simple yet revolutionary. He established a code of conduct for men and women based on unconditional love for God, true love for one neighbors. Jesus taught that there was one God who was compassionate, loving, and forgiving. As children of God, we should mold ourselves in the image of God. We should love our neighbors, including the poor, the sinners, and even our enemies. We should help the needy and do good even to those who harm us. We should forgive our enemies and win them over with our love. Since God loved sinners and forgave them, we should do the same. Jesus completely rejected the eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth principle. Question number 3. Discuss the reasons and events leading to the crucifixion of Jesus. The answer is Jesus attracted large crowds wherever he went through his intelligence, wisdom, compassion, and simplicity. This greatly enraged and Jewish religious leaders who felt threatened by his growing popularity. They convinced the Roman governor Pontius Pilate that Jesus was also a threat to the political authority of the Romans, due to which Jesus was put on trial and was later on crucified. Question number 4. The enemies of Jesus had crucified him, but Jesus would live on. Explain. The answer is this statement is true that enemies of Jesus had crucified him, but Jesus would live in the hearts and minds of his followers throughout the world. His teachings will be followed by the people, they will walk on the path shown by him. After baptism, a divine revelation convinced Jesus that the time had come for him to fulfill his mission of freeman from the bondage of evil and guiding them on the path that would lead to the victory of good over evil. Question number 5. Give a brief account of the spread of Christianity by its followers. The answer is the spread of Christianity in Palestine was actively done by Peter, the follower of Jesus. Another follower, Paul, traveled extensively throughout the Roman Empire and spread Christianity, which later on in future turned into a world religion. Next, the question number 6. What role did Emperor Constantine play in the establishment of Christianity in Europe? The answer is Constantine, the Roman emperor, defeated all his rivals who came in way of spreading Christianity and declared himself as the undisputed emperor. He made Christianity a legal religion, and in this way persecution of Christians came to an end. Later on, Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire. Here we have one more main, that is picture study. The picture depicts the crucifixion of the founder of a religion. Question number 1. Name the founder and the B one is the religion. Answer is the founder is Jesus Christ. The religion is Christianity. Question number 2. Mention the circumstances and the reasons that lead to the crucifixion. The answer is Jesus attracted large crowds wherever he went through his intelligent wisdom, compassion, and simplicity. This greatly enraged the Jewish religious leaders who felt threatened by his growing popularity. They convinced the Roman governor Pontius Pilate that Jesus was also a threat to the political authority of the Romans, due to which Jesus was put on trial and was later on crucified. Question number 3. Mention four important principles of the religion. The answer is four important principles of the religions are: we should love our neighbors, the poor, the sinners, and even our enemies. We should forgive our enemies and win them over with our love. Third one, unconditional love for God. Fourth one is not to follow the principles of eye for an eye and tooth for an tooth. Question number 4. Name the two best known followers of the founder. What part did they play in spreading his teachings? The answer is Peter and Paul are two best known disciples of Jesus. They did a great work in spreading the teachings of Jesus in Palestine and throughout the Roman Empire. Due to them, Christianity is accepted as a world religion. Then other important questions we can discuss, that is first one is the question number 1. Describe what is baptism. Answer is baptism is the Christian rite of sprinkling water on person's forehead or immersing them in water, symbolizing purification and admission to the Christian church. Question number 2. Why was Byzantium named Constantinople? The answer is Byzantium was named Constantinople in honor of Emperor Constantine. Now question number 3. What advice did Jesus give to his followers? The answer is Jesus advised his followers to mold themselves in the image of God. He told to love our neighbors, including the poor, the sinners, and even our enemies, to help the needy and do good even to those who harm us, to forgive our enemies and win them over with our love. So this was the today's video. I think this video will be very helpful for you. Thank you for watching.